Hi, my name is Tony Adams, and what I'm doing today for my risk management assignment is the Wendell H. Murphy Center. As you can see, we have a beautiful facility here that is very, very detailed and oriented for any kind of risk that may occur during all their sporting events, where they have hold football events, football camps, and everything else here. And also a lot of student athletes do work out here during the school year. As you look here, you have your wolf statue. It's a very nice statue, but as you can see, there's very much of a risk factor, and within someone trying to climb this aspect of the Wendell H. Murphy Center. Obviously, there's a lot of rules you can implement. One thing they do have here is a really nice fence in front, and then they have hedges. These do not allow certain children or kids to be very naive and how do you say, like, convinced to think that they can go into it, because they have certain types of natural defenses. Each of these hedges have thorns in them, and then the fence is something that is manually put. As you look into it, there's a lot of water being seeped into it. One thing that it tends to do during the winter time is freeze. So a lot of the aspects of this whole thing, it can also freeze over and be very slippery. So also, if anybody were to try to fix it during the winter, it would be a very huge risk factor. Another element of the Wendell H. Murphy Center is the parking lot. But the risks that can be implemented in this parking lot is if it were to rain, or if it was a really bad snowstorm, the concrete has a very, very liable chance of freezing. And then they have, how do you say, dark, like black ice spots, to where it's very easy to slip and also not notice any of the spots within the whole parking lot. So one thing that it can be implemented to prevent this risk factor is if they have someone come and put salt within the whole parking lot. When they put salt in the whole parking lot, it allows the ice to actually not be able to be a factor within someone's safety, because it prevents that ice from doing that. That's one cool thing that they can really do. The cost of it may be a little expensive for, not expensive, but more of just making sure that someone manually can come and put ice throughout the whole parking lot. Ice may cost, the salt may cost about $20 to $30 at most per, package. So as you do that in total, it may cost about close to $300, $400 for someone to actually put all the ice in, and talk about the labor cost for doing it too. That is the risk that the parking lot can have. Another risk that that could be liable to a lot of participants that actually play on the team or want to work out at the Wendell H. Murphy Center or do work here. If it does ice and freeze over, this ramp is also very, very liable to freeze over and then have a chance of someone slipping with black ice. So it's the same process throughout this whole thing, making sure that someone has or someone is wants to do a certain labor job and implement salt throughout this whole ramp so that nobody slips. Another risk thing is someone may want to climb these parts, like a kid or anything like that, but also we have natural resources to make sure that it seems like you're not able to be within these barriers right here to climb through it and get up to here. Also, if you look up there too, there's also hedges and other natural elements to make sure that nobody tries to climb these parts. Another very liable aspect within the Murphy Center is our cold tub and hot tub areas. This is our cold tub. This is our hot tub that is covered, and this is another large pool cold tub that goes to about 6 or 7, or that goes about 6 feet. And then we also have our treadmill tub right here. Now all these are obviously liabilities because of water and especially this being 6 feet, people may not know how to swim. We do have certain things that allow our players and whoever needs to use these to recover the opportunity to leave the pool if they need to. They have a lot of handlebars each side. This ledge is able to cater anything that they need. Again, there's handlebars right here, handlebars. Now, there are a couple things that are liable. This wood. Now, it's very good wood, but if it were not to be covered to a certain aspect, this wood wood is very prone to hold diseases, especially when it gets wet. So making sure that the wood is definitely covered in some type of plastic so there's no availability for any water to seep in and get through the wood. See, as you see right here, it's the water right here, but it's a little plastic part that prevents it to do it. And then we also have, in order to also prevent a lot of aspects that may be very dangerous, is to have a trainer in here throughout the day, or anytime the players or anybody that needs to be in there to be in this, so there's no chances, or someone can actually save someone from drowning in a lot of aspects if they do come in here and they don't know how to swim and something ends up happening. Trainers are here from time to time throughout the day, especially if the Murphy Center is open. If the Murphy Center is not open, if their players are not told to be here, then they do lock the door. This is the front door right here. They do lock the front door right here. I was able to get access with a key to do this project. But this is a very liable area, and they got to make sure that everything is cautious and secured so that no accidents do happen within this area. So at that point, these trainers are certified for everything to make sure that these are the officers to make sure that everything is done with precaution and nobody actually does drown, and they do have certified licenses and everything like that to make sure everybody's safe.